Hi, it's Jeff Fitzpatrick. It's the Share Show, and it's Monday, the 21st of June, 2021. Buckle in, it's going to be a bit choppy in this one. In the Share Show editions up to now, generally, the news that we put out has always been obviously good. This week, it takes a bit more explaining. So I think it's actually really good news, but I'm going to have to take you through it. Of course, stocks never move in a straight line. They just don't. They never ever have, and they never ever will. That means there will be some ups and there will be some downs, some zig-zagging, in fact. And at the moment, we're getting a bit of zagging. And that's really good news. We need that. We need prices to come down to be able to find great trades to enter. However, temporarily, that will affect the trades that we've already got and the positions that we've already got. So let's have a look at a couple and see what the story is. First of all, BlackBerry. It's common for our clubs to be trading in BlackBerry. And we had in Diamond BlackBerry shares put to us this weekend at $13. Now, the current price before the market opens today for BlackBerry is $12.95. So it looks like, of course, we've lost 5 cents per share. And as we've got in Diamond 1,400 of them, that's probably quite a few bob. However, we were paid $3.42 per share as put income premium for being prepared to pay $13 for the share. So we're already ahead. In addition, we know that this stock is forecast to increase in price up to around $20. But even if we didn't want to hang on to it, even if we want to realize some profit immediately, then we could sell a July call on this share and get $1.68 for it. We don't need to make that decision just yet. Here's another example. ALSN, Allison Transmission. Diamond have sold a $45 strike price August put on this, and they got $8.50 for it. But now the value of that put has fallen to $6.35. So that's saying that we own something which is less valuable than it once was. However, we also have a protective put, which gives us the right to sell these shares at $40. We paid 35 cents for that per share. So we are guaranteed a profit on this trade. We're guaranteed at least $3.15. I've calculated that by saying if we bought the shares, if we had to buy the shares for $45, we have the right to sell them again at $40. So that is a $5 loss. But because we had an $8.70 income, less the cost of the lid, then we've got some scope to recalculate and to come out with a profit of $3.15. But also remember, as with all of our open trades, we have got time. In this case, 2 months. 2 months for that price to move again. So we're definitely not worried. The worst that can happen is a $3.15 per share profit. So what's happening in the overall market? Well, the top panel on this screen is the NASDAQ, mainly technical shares. And it has fallen, you can see there, very, very slightly, and it is still in the lower lane of traffic. But the trend is definitely up. The long-term trend is up, but we will get some zigging and zagging. The lower panel is the S&P 500. That had a bit bigger fall over the last week, about 1.38%, I think it was. And even that is still in a very strong upward trend. Hence, we can be confident that we're heading in the right direction. The point is that despite lower prices, we will reap the rewards for careful planning and trade management. And we need the market to fall to provide us with some bargain buys. So what's happening around the clubs? Tease traders, first of all. On first sight, it doesn't look brilliant. The liquidation value of the club has gone down. However, despite that, the cash and the buying power have both increased. So effectively, Some of our previous gains have moved back into the cash reservoir where they will eventually be drawn back as profit. In Diamond, they had a very similar movement, but the partnership acquired 2,600 new shares in BB, CAJ, PETS, and PRGO. The cost of that was $56,638. So the cash was reduced, but it didn't actually go away. A lot of it switched across to be a new value in the asset called shares. And the account has a healthy $60,108 of stock buying power. So we've got plenty of buying power to take advantage of some of the bargains out there. They will appear later in the week, probably Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll be looking for them then. And Fortune, very similar story again, but Fortune actually still saw an increase in its cash, even though it acquired new shares in CSUD, which it paid $5,250 for. That's $52.50 per share, and that's before we take into account the $7.80 that came in put income. So once more, the medium to long term looks brilliant, and we need a bit of zigging and zagging, which we're getting at the moment. And here are my picks for the week. These are by way of a draft pick of the week. I'm sure they'll turn out to be very good. They might not turn out to be the very best available. That's because we still expect over the first few days of this week some price falls. So as we stand, on the stock buying front, my pick for the week is GEO. And this stock is currently low priced at $7.64. But it's forecast to increase up to $11, and that's a 44% increase. My stock for a put sale is EDU, coincidentally also priced low at $7.64 and expected to rise to $19. You can currently sell the $12 strike price October put for over $5. And that trade would only use around $800 in stock buying power. So that's a bargain. And that's about it for this week. I really just wanted to have a clear word about where we stand and where we're going, and to recognize, possibly for the first time, that we will not get obviously good news every week. Sometimes it will be news that just needs a bit of explaining. However, remember, on put trades, there are 6 different outcomes, and we know how to deal with each of them. Some have got more profit in them than others, some we therefore prefer to others, but we can manage all of them. That's about it. I will see some of you at your club meetings on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings this week. And for the rest of you, any questions, please send them through, no problem whatsoever, and we'll get them answered. And I'll see you all next week. Thanks again.